Students of class 10, once more I am in your presence to impart a lesson on social science, civics, and the chapter is power sharing, which will be continued. We will talk about the forms of power sharing. See, the earlier notion was that the political power cannot be undistributed. You know, what happens is this: it was believed that the government, if it should be located in one place and the laws and all other parts should be taken over by a person or a group of persons. If the power is dispersed, it would create a problem. Some decisions have to be taken very quickly. So if the power is dispersed to different places and different persons, to come to one solution would have created a problem. The time crisis would have rose there. But this notion has completely changed. You know, we in our political system, we the people are the main source of power. This is not only one person who has to take a decision. A group of persons whose ideas, suggestions should be respected. So let's talk in detail. The element made, all the elements made in the modern democratic system. As we know, there are three organs of government. They are legislature, executive, and judiciary. See, these three organs, we can say that there is a horizontal distribution of power between different organs. They do not have unlimited power. They don't have unlimited power. Each organ checks the functioning of another organ. For example, we are ruled by the ministers and government officials. They are either responsible to the parliament or the state assemblies. Similarly, we see that as we have got three organs here: legislature, executive, and judiciary. So what happens is here, as I told you, each organ checks the other organ. See, judges are appointed by the executives. Executives appoint the judges. But the judges check the functioning of executives or law made by the legislature. So there is a check and balance. It's a horizontal distribution of power. At the same level they have got different powers. They function accordingly, and one cannot dominate other organ. There is a check and balance in this system. Now let's talk about forms of power sharing in the second stage here. Powers can be shared among governments at different levels. See, as I had earlier told you, and you must have read in class 9 also, federal form of government. In that, there is a government at the center as well as a government at the regional level. So see, the government can be for the entire country as well as for the provincial or regional level, and that is known as federal form of government. Like India, whereas unity form of government, in that what happens is this: there is only one government, that is at the center. But we form a federal form of government where there is a government at the center and at the provincial level, which is known as in India as a central government or union government. Got it? At the center, we have a government at the center, which is known as the central or union government, and it can go to another level, that is the state government. So, you must have read that the central government deals with the things, issues, which is for the entire nation, where the state government deals with such issues which is at its own state, and the state government can even go to lower level as municipality and panchayat system, which is very common in our country. See, third point we're talking about, powers may be shared among different social groups. So as I told you earlier, the principle of democracy is that every person, every citizen has the right. The power derived by the government is from the people in general. So what happens is that there can be some social groups such as religious and linguistic groups in the government. As you had done earlier, as we have the community government in Belgium. And in some countries, there are some constitutional as well as legal arrangements where socially weaker sections are given opportunities, minorities, so that they do not feel alienated. They do not feel they are away from the government. They are part of the government. They are the persons who have formed the government. And now, as you know, women representation we talk about, in parliament, what happens is this, some seats are even reserved for women. So that we, in our society, in our modern democracy, the men and women can walk together, rubbing the shoulders together. That is one of the major reasons why this is the third arrangement made in a democratic country in this modern world. Now let's talk about the last point. See, forming the government, power sharing here, can be from political parties, pressure groups, and movements which control. All these people, because everyone has the right to make and form and play a part in the government. What is coalition government? What happens? There are different parties who contend the election, who fight in the election to come to power. So some parties, they might share the same ideology, the same principles they have. So they combine themselves and contest in the elections together. And if they win, all these parties come together and form a government which is known as a coalition government. And another fact is that there are other interest groups like traders, businessmen, industrialists, farmers, and industrial workers. These two join together and now they have their own share in the political system. So this is what I have talked about power sharing part 3. Please do enjoy and we'll meet in the next part. Thank you.